The Battle of Uhud was one of the first times when a huge army of non-Muslims were coming to attack Medina, to put pressure on the Prophet ﷺ, to gain revenge for what happened in the previous years. And they were coming with everything they had. When the Prophet ﷺ learned about this army of 3,000 people coming, he did what he always did. He gathered the companions and he consulted them. See, this is the sunnah of our Prophet. He wasn't a leader that just made decisions. This is how it is, my way or the highway. The Prophet ﷺ was someone who consulted people. He gathered the Sahaba and he asked them, hey, this is the situation. This is what's before us. What do you think we should do? Should we go out and fight or should we stay back and defend? Well, there was a group of young Muslims who had missed the opportunity to participate in Badr, and they wanted nothing more than to go out in the path of God and to defend the Prophet outside of Medina. But the elders, they felt we're safer if we stay home and we fight a defensive war from home. After listening to everyone, the Prophet ﷺ goes into his home. He goes into his home and he puts on his armor. He puts his chest plate on and he puts the armor that covers his legs and he gets his sword and he puts his helmet on. He's ready to go. Just imagine that moment. And he comes out of his home completely donned and wearing this armor. And at that moment, the Sahaba think to themselves, hey, maybe we pressured the Prophet too much. Maybe we should have just listened to him. And so they start to plead the case that, hey, we pressured you too much. Ya Rasulullah, how about we just stay here and we fight from inside the city? And the Prophet ﷺ taught us something in this moment, which is extremely critical. In our lives, we will have so many tough decisions to make. Almost every day, it feels like we have another huge, life-changing decision to make. But to be undecisive, to be wishy-washy in our choices, to always go back and say, what if I did it this way? That's not the way of our Prophet. The Prophet ﷺ came out and they said, how about we just stay? The Prophet said, no. Once I've put on my armor, we're going forward now and we're going to continue to do what we plan to do. This is how we should act. Hard decision, talk to people, do istikhara, make the decision and move forward in life and never ever live in the realm of what ifs. So we head out to Uhud, a mountain pass outside of Medina that the Prophet ﷺ used to look at and say, this is a mountain that loves us and we love it. Yes, the Prophet ﷺ had a relationship with the world around him that was deep. We positioned ourselves and the enemies came and they positioned themselves. And the Prophet ﷺ, inspired from God, he positioned the soldiers in such a strategic way. He put a group of archers on this mountain pass that would protect the backside from ambush. And he told them, no matter what, no matter if you see us winning and we're picking up the spoils of war, or no matter even if you see the vultures coming down, picking at our bodies, don't move from your spot. The archers said, okay. The battle begins and the Muslims have the upper hand and they're winning and they're advancing and things are going great. And the archers think to themselves, hey, we're winning now. The enemy is retreating. We've got victory. We can move from our position. This is the second lesson in the Battle of Uhud. We have to obey the Prophet ﷺ. We have to learn to listen. As-sam'a wa ta'a. They should have listened. But there's a lesson that we had to learn through this moment. So lo and behold, a large number of them come down from the mountain thinking the war is over. Time to rake in the goods. And Khalid bin Walid, who was not Muslim at the time, an excellent general, an excellent person of strategy for war, he sees the problem. He sees the opening. And he takes a group of horseback riders and flanks around the backside and attacks the Muslims. So as the Muslims are trying to start picking up spoils of war, and as some of them are fighting enemies in front of them, all of a sudden, a huge group is coming from behind. And at this point, now you have Muslims being attacked from both sides. The narrations tell us that it got to the point where some Muslims killed each other thinking that it was the enemy attacking from both sides. It was crazy. And the lesson that all scholars highlight is that we were being taught in this moment that our downfall as a community starts the moment we move away from obedience of the Prophet ﷺ. So look in your life right now. What do you know about his sunnah? What do you know about his way of life that you're just letting go of? That you're using your own logic for? That's what happened on that mountain, right? They started to use their own logic just to get out of the commands of the Prophet ﷺ. These aren't stories of history for us to just say, wow, that was interesting. These are lessons for our lives to live by. At that point, the Prophet ﷺ and a small group of Sahaba gather around each other and are pushed back into the mountain. And Mus'ab bin Umair, one of our greatest forefathers in Islam, one of the very first Muslims, a young man that was sharp, handsome, well known amongst all, had the best fragrance in all of Mecca. You knew where he was just by the smell in the streets. Had the best clothes, puddles wherever he walks, they say. And then he's murdered. Mus'ab bin Umair is murdered. When Mus'ab bin Umair is murdered, rumors in the battlefield start to spread that Muhammad has been killed because he looks somewhat like the Prophet ﷺ. And at that moment, the Muslims, their hearts sink. They feel, what's happened? What's going on? Some of them start to flee back to Medina. Some of them just say, you know what? I'll fight till I die. I want to meet the Prophet. Complete confusion. The Prophet is fine. He's fending off. Him and a group of 12 or 13 Sahaba they're defending the Prophet ﷺ. So some people know he's alive, some don't. Eventually word spreads, no, he's by the mountain, he's there. So all the Muslims try to get close back and support. And sure enough, the Prophet finds a place of somewhat safety, but not before getting a deep wound on his face, getting a tooth chipped. And at that moment, the Sahaba are trying to stop the blood. Umar ibn Khattab is there with the Prophet ﷺ, and Talha is defending the Prophet ﷺ with his own body. They say that was Talha's day. He did whatever he could to protect the Prophet ﷺ. The battle ended with the Quraysh kind of leaving. A stalemate, so to speak. They kind of realized they got their objective and the Muslims had lost. The Prophet was fine, but the Muslims had lost. And they said, well, we got you back for Uhud. And they started to leave. As soon as they started to leave and they got a little bit away, Abu Sufyan says, wait, what just happened? Why didn't we just go in Medina, finish it off completely? Why did we stop? Let's go back and finish what we started. But at that time, the Prophet ﷺ made a critical decision that altered everything. He said to everyone, I know we're hurt. I know we're tired, but let's go follow them. Let's go after them. When Abu Sufyan got the news that the Muslims are chasing them, he said, these people, they're on a whole nother wavelength. They're on a whole nother frequency. We got them once. Let's head back to Mecca. And they left. Uhud was a tough day. We neither won nor lost. We didn't gain much. We didn't lose much. We lost lives, though. We lost precious lives in that battle. We lost Mus'ab bin Umair. We lost Hamza, radiyallahu ta'ala an. We lost very special lives in that battle. And it all begins with our disobedience of the Prophet ﷺ. Look within your life. Assess yourself. This blessed month is the best time for that. Where have you let go of the sunnah? and bring it back in. That is where our safety lies.
Our goal and objective here at Qalam is to make the knowledge and the understanding of Islam as accessible as possible to as many people as we can. Alhamdulillah, we hope and pray that this video was of benefit to you and that you benefited from the knowledge and the understanding shared here. Continue to help us reach as many people as possible and share the knowledge of our beautiful religion worldwide by going to supportqalam.com and becoming our partner in these efforts.